What's going on, guys? This is Andrew from Last Leaders. This is part 2 of my 3-part series entitled How Many Children Must Die. If you haven't seen How Many Children Must Die part 1, pause this video. There should be an annotation in the corner that you can go and click on that, watch that, and come back to this one. It'll make a lot more sense for the overall topic. But right now, just want to get into the topic at hand right now, implementation. All I want to do is just throw out a few things that I think that we need to really think about. If we're going to get some feet on the ground and touch the road, if you understand what I'm saying. So my first thought, to be honest, is just moving away from government. I'm not saying that I'm not going down the road of people that want to secede from the Union or secede from the North or anything like that. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about we need to stop depending on the government for things that we should be doing for ourselves, especially in these impoverished areas. We can't expect the government to go out and try to develop these programs the way we want them to be developed, or inspire our youth the way only we can inspire our youth. Back in the day, they used to, and it's not perfect, but back in the day they used to say it takes a village to raise a child, and I think that that's something that we've kind of lost, especially, and we've kind of depended on the government to kind of help keep the peace and order when we should be policing ourselves. And this has nothing to do with ethnicity or culture or anything like that, just a community of people standing together to help raise the youth and give them a proper foundation. A lot of times with government, what happens is the government tends to, you have red tape, you have clearance, all these unnecessary signatures that you need to get signed, and a whole bunch of nonsense that, you don't, by the time, it gets down to the person that actually can clear it, 5 more children have gotten shot, 3 more grandmothers got killed, 2 more young boys got, arrested for shooting up a neighborhood, things like that we could have prevented, or we could have used that time to help change the course of whatever they wanted to do. So this is one of the things that I wanted to throw out there. The other thing was that we can move more to the private sector. The private sector moves a lot faster, you can get a lot more money, and there's less red tape involved in that. I know a lot of companies, are looking to fundraise and looking to give money to places that can help boost their image or help create jobs, because what happens is more jobs equals more money for the company, that whoever's working. And on top of that, they get better promotion, their image is improved in certain areas that they didn't really have a market in. So it's a win-win for both people. So I definitely think that if anybody in the impoverished areas or these urban areas wants to go out and reach reach people that might be able to help them, I could definitely throw some links in the description, a place where you can find out information and contact these people. I'll definitely do that. Also, I'll be posting tagging some of the people that you might want to reach out to on my Twitter. So after you're done watching this video, definitely shoot over there, and you can go get all the information from them that way as well. So just to move forward, I definitely think that this is one thing that I actually wanted to talk about that I didn't get a chance to talk about in my first video, just because in the interest of time. But this video, I wanted to make this clear, is that a lot of the people are on the fence about what's going on in Chicago, Detroit, Baltimore, things like that, New York City, Compton, places like that, right? But I think that we need to take a step back and slow down and really understand what's the mentality of what these kids are going through right now. And obviously, they're criminals now. Some of the kids, they commit illegal acts. They're in gangs, they're selling drugs, they're doing a whole bunch of things that they're not supposed to be doing. But at the same time, we need to be the leaders and guide them in the right direction. It's not enough to just view them as a number or a statistic or a percentage and say, okay, if we just throw them in jail, we will be better off. The community will be more peaceful. The community will be, a lot friendlier, a lot kinder to, the future generations. It's actually going to get a lot worse, because what happened was that all the older people, all the older, gang members, drug dealers, whatever you want to call them, ended up going to jail or dying, and then not leaving any type of structure for these younger generation to move up in and gain some knowledge off of. All the things that they do have knowledge on is nonsense. It's things that won't help them in life or advance themselves. We need to kind of understand that and stop viewing them as like a beast or, you know, a monster, and look at them as a child. It doesn't matter if they're 18, 17, 16, or 13, they're still a child. 22-year-olds getting killed, these are still children. You know, 22-year-olds killing 17-year-olds. For what reason? They should be in school, they should be in college, advancing themselves. You know, get out of the house and talk, go to your local business to see if you can start a fundraiser or throw a community event, you know, and invite all of them out. Go reach out to, I know Louis Farrakhan's been doing a few things to try to help bring them together. You know, try to reach out to them, see if you can, you know, bring some more ideas to the table that might not get shared right now. You know, these are all, the complaining is not going to work. The complaint's not going to work. Another thing that I wanted to talk about also was that to each of these kids, if you see this video, somebody tags you in this video, I really hope somebody, you know, shares this video on your page, that you get a chance to at least get to this point in the video. You know, you don't need to be so hard and so extra and you know, this is kind of off topic, but you don't have to be so hard and so extra all the time. You know, you might be scared, you might be, you know, frustrated you can't go out the house, you know, as much as you want to. I'm in a nice area. Some of you guys will never get a chance to see this because you're so busy worried about the next person across the street that might kill you. And I understand that. I completely understand that. Reach out to people that are influential in the community to help bring people together. You know, it's both sides. You have our side that are not in that life, and you have their side that are in that life, that they have pain. There's a lot of pain there. Their friends, their brothers, their cousins, their uncles, their sisters are getting killed, you know, because when they previously killed someone else, you know, in their family. So it's just an eye for an eye, and that's exactly what we've been working with here. You know, we need to foster a mentality of forgiveness and reconciliation, and those are the main things that I think that we're missing in these communities. You know, once we move from there, then we can start talking about, you know, it's a whole package. We need to talk about reconciliation. We need to talk about, all right, if we're going to put the guns down, if we're going to stop the violence, what else can we do to ensure that they're not on the streets? Let's give them jobs. But that goes back to my point about the implementation and reaching out to the people in the private sector that might be able to help. And this is just one of the things that I think about. This could be a completely wrong, you know, solution. It's just my opinion, you know, but if somebody else has a better opinion, please put it in the description and share it with somebody else that might have a better solution or something that's more practical than what I just said. You know, so thank you guys for listening. I do appreciate the people who do listen. Tag somebody, and you know, for right now, guys, that's all I have. Please do like, share, and subscribe. It really does help me out. I hope to talk to you guys soon. Bye.